This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. I want to talk about two things. One, I want to talk about expenses when it comes to DJ. And two, I want to talk a little bit about putting money aside in our industry. Expenses, let's look at that. DJ expenses, when you're figuring that out, some guys look at it and say, oh, I own all this stuff, so it really doesn't cost me anything to do a show. Maybe in your head it doesn't. But in reality, when you run a real business, not just a hobby. If you're doing a hobby, hobbies, how many guys have got hobbies and they don't tell their wife how much that costs? Well, if you're running a hobby DJ thing, yeah, you probably don't have expenses because you can justify it in any way, shape, or form. But if you're really wanting to have a business, you need to take an account for things like your cell phone, your music services, your equipment, your vehicle, your transportation, any food you eat as you're going to get events, any beverage, anything you buy associated with it. Your training that you might buy a DVD here, you may go somewhere, whatever. Those are all expenses, and you have to take all those as you're finishing up the wedding season. Right now is a good time to take all your expenses and start kind of figuring out what your cost per event was. If you have $10,000 worth of expenses and you did 10 shows, your expenses is $1,000 per show. It's a little high, but you get the idea. So expenses are something that you really need to be thinking about when you're doing this, because if you're wanting to run a business, you need to have expenses and then you have to have a margin above that. Now, once in a while, sometimes you do an event, maybe that's below your expenses. I understand that. But to run a real business, they kind of want you to be making that profit margin or to be able to make something over your cost of expenses. So expenses are definitely a big thing in this industry. Don't ignore them. Don't deny they exist, because they do. And if you aren't taking care of that, you can't do the next thing, which is I wanted to talk to you about putting money aside from each show. Taking money, some people talk about taking money and putting it aside into a savings account. That's cool. I'm one who likes to see you invest in yourself today so you can have a better tomorrow. Because if you invest in yourself today by putting a little bit of money aside and using this money for training, you're going to be so much better tomorrow that you can put twice as much money away. Now you can put money away, that half of that amount can go to training and the other half can go into the bank, or it can go into your 401k or whatever, and it can continue to build as you get better, as you sharpen your tools, as they say. So taking money, each show right now, just maybe starting today, if you haven't been doing it, take $20 from every event you do between now and the end of the year and put it into a savings account. Label that savings account convention or additional learning or training, what have you. Because in 2014, you've got a couple of Las Vegas DJ shows, you've got the Atlantic City DJ show, there will be one down in Tennessee that'll be coming up, and we'll have a huge one in Minneapolis in 2014. Put money aside so you can go to one of those. If you've never been to a DJ event before, you're missing out. Not only on the exhibit hall, which everyone likes to talk about, the exhibit hall, and you've seen my videos from exhibit halls. They're exciting, they're fun, they've got great deals. You can get some gear, but that's not what's going to make you a lot of money. Gear can make you a little bit of money. To make you a lot of more, you're going to be learning in halls. You're going to be talking to people. You're going to be networking. You're going to be sitting across the table looking at someone, and you'll share an idea. I give you an idea, you'll give me an idea, now we both have two really good ideas instead of me just having an idea before. Or better yet, I'll give you an idea and you'll tweak it for me and help me to make it better. This kind of stuff happens at DJ conventions. This happens at all of our conclaves. That's what the conclave is about. So investing in yourself, putting that money aside so you can go to one of these things and you can learn from other DJs. There's seminars, you learn a lot from the seminars. There have been some of the shows where I come back with page upon page of notes. If you've read some of Mike Walter's reviews of different shows, this man has been in the industry a long time, and Mike still is taking notes, and he's taking lots of notes, and he's reviewing these notes and shares some of the information with you, but he takes a lot of it and ingrains it into his business. Some of it he uses, and some of it, he does, maybe not. But the idea is that here's a man who's been in this industry a long time, knows a lot, and he's still out there learning. I've seen some of his posts, actually. Mike just posted that he's going to be going to the Las Vegas DJ show here in a couple of weeks, and he's excited to take notes, learning from other people, whether it's the presenters or even taking notes in the hallway while he's talking to people. That's what you need to be, to learn, to grow, so that this year you can afford to put the $20 aside away per event. You learn how to make more at your events because you're a better performer, you're a better business person, then maybe you're putting $50 away for the next time. And sooner or later, you've gotten yourself where you're in a business that's profitable, that's taking care of your family, taking care of everything, and helping you grow. And that's what this is about. So invest in yourself, start doing these things, figure out your expenses, deal with that side of the business, put your money aside so you can go and continue to to grow and train in the industry, and you'll be much more successful in 2014 and beyond. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News.